Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are exploring something that sits at the very top of giant-scale RC aviation. These are far beyond ordinary park flyers. They are enormous turbine-powered machines that dominate the flight line wherever they appear, demonstrating just how far dedicated hobbyists and professional builders can push remote control aircraft. Massive wingspans, sophisticated construction, working scale systems, and extraordinary price tags all come together in these machines, reflecting years of craftsmanship and some of the finest components available. Let us begin with one of the most ambitious creations in the entire hobby. Few giant RC aircraft are as spectacular as the Tomahawk Aviation L-39 Albatros XXXL. This remarkable 1:2.7 scale recreation of the famous Aero L-39 Albatros trainer immediately commands attention with its enormous 3.5-meter wingspan and 4.5-meter fuselage, making nearby models seem surprisingly small. Created by the German experts at Tomahawk, the aircraft uses advanced fiberglass and carbon fiber sandwich composites produced with vacuum technology, providing exceptional stiffness and strength while keeping the dry airframe at roughly 22 to 24 kilograms before adding fuel, scale equipment, and the massive turbine. Once completely equipped and fueled, the aircraft can exceed 70 kilograms, yet its size does not prevent it from displaying remarkably smooth and graceful flight characteristics. Its greatest appeal comes from the combination of enormous visual impact and convincing trainer jet behavior, giving pilots a remarkably authentic L-39 experience on a gigantic scale. The model gained considerable attention at events such as the Slovenia Jet Meet, where spectators watched it perform powerful flybys, precise aerobatics, and even release flares during flight, creating a demonstration that was almost impossible to forget. Providing the muscle is the JetCat P550 turbine, a high-thrust engine delivering dependable, smooth power along with the deep turbine note that makes this aircraft sound remarkably authentic. Functional speed brakes, detailed cockpit choices, scale landing gear, and the working flare system add another level of realism, making the boundary between giant RC model and full-size aircraft surprisingly difficult to ignore. A complete ready-to-fly example equipped with premium options can cost roughly $70,000, but the figure becomes easier to understand when the enormous dimensions, sophisticated composite airframe, expensive turbine, and extensive engineering effort are taken into account. For serious scale pilots and competition enthusiasts seeking something genuinely extraordinary, it represents a very specialized investment. In the air, the L-39 benefits from strong high-speed stability while remaining relatively forgiving during slower flight, thanks to its accurate airfoil and rigid structure that can handle substantial turbine power without unwanted flex. Pilots particularly appreciate its straight tracking during takeoff, clean rotation, and realistic approach behavior, with the speed brakes providing useful control over the descent. The obvious drawback is the aircraft and Airbus' enormous size and mass, which require a large flying site, experienced turbine operation, dependable transportation, and several people for setup and handling, placing it firmly outside the beginner category. For capable pilots, however, the Tomahawk L-39 Albatros XXXL delivers extraordinary scale presence, meticulous realism, and performance that can make an RC flight resemble a full-size airshow demonstration. Whether you are fortunate enough to see one thunder overhead or simply admire it from a distance, this aircraft represents an impressive example of what persistence, engineering, and passion can accomplish in giant-scale RC aviation, showing that enormous size can become a genuine advantage when every part of the design is executed properly. Another remarkable machine is the CARF model's F-4 Phantom II, widely respected by enthusiasts as one of the most sophisticated and highly detailed production military jets available in the RC world. This 1:4.5 scale recreation of the legendary McDonnell Douglas fighter has an imposing presence on the flight line, while its careful engineering reproduces the unmistakable aggressive appearance of the real Phantom with such accuracy that it can look almost ready for a combat mission. CARF and Airbus' achievement is not simply making the model large. It is maintaining impressive flying qualities at that scale through advanced sandwich composite construction that provides substantial rigidity without excessive mass. The dry airframe weighs approximately 37 to 40 kilograms, while a complete fueled and equipped aircraft generally reaches 44 to 55 kilograms. That controlled weight gives the Phantom surprisingly responsive handling in flight despite its intimidating size, allowing realistic scale speeds, strong high-speed stability, predictable angle of attack behavior, and gentler landing characteristics than many pilots might expect from a giant fighter. Its equipment list is equally impressive, featuring functional leading-edge slats for improved low-speed performance, a pneumatically operated sliding canopy with realistic mechanisms, molded-in panel lines, and extensive surface detailing. Builders can also add operational lighting, afterburner effects, and scale ordnance to create an exceptionally convincing military appearance. In flight, the aircraft reproduces the distinctive personality of the full-size Phantom, from the powerful sound of its twin turbines to the deep roar during high-speed passes and the characteristic attitude during takeoff and landing. The base kit costs approximately $12,500 and already provides a high level of molded detail and construction quality. However, adding 230 to 250 Newton class turbines, hydraulic retractable landing gear, sophisticated electronics, and a highly detailed cockpit can push a complete competition-ready example beyond $35,000, depending on the finish and selected equipment. Although that investment is substantial, owners often highlight the model and Albatros' robust construction, convenient maintenance access, and exceptional scale accuracy as reasons it remains desirable. Its impressive appearance and flight performance also make it a major attraction at events such as Top Gun Jet Power and Joe Knoll, where large crowds regularly gather around aircraft of this caliber. Design considerations, such as keeping the model below 100 pounds to comply with strict United States regulations, along with long-nose and short-nose configurations and custom paint schemes, give builders considerable flexibility. The result is a giant Phantom that looks intimidating while parked and remains remarkably precise and confident once airborne, making it an excellent choice for experienced competitors and dedicated scale enthusiasts alike. Few projects in the world of RC aviation can match the sheer spectacle of the legendary Bishop Concorde, a remarkable 1:6 scale recreation that transforms the dream of the aerospatiale BAC Concorde into a flying reality for model aviation enthusiasts. Created entirely from scratch by the gifted British father and son team Stephen Bishop and Matthew Bishop, this extraordinary aircraft was the product of years of dedicated craftsmanship, experimentation, and demanding engineering work. It first captured widespread attention when it appeared at major European jet events around 2014, and its enormous size and convincing flight behavior have continued to amaze audiences ever since. The model faithfully reproduces the Concorde and Albatros' unmistakable delta wing, extremely long fuselage, and distinctive droop nose, with the nose mechanism actually operating in a manner similar to the full-size aircraft. This allows the giant model to achieve smooth rotation and landing attitudes while giving spectators an authentic glimpse of the supersonic airliner and Albatros' unique character. Measuring roughly 10 meters in length, spanning 4 meters from wingtip to wingtip, and rising almost 2 meters at the tail, the Bishop Concorde ranks among the most enormous RC aircraft ever flown. Despite those remarkable dimensions, the builders cleverly combined lightweight plywood, balsa wood, and composite coverings to create a strong but relatively efficient structure, allowing the aircraft to maintain impressive stability and elegance even with a fueled takeoff mass of approximately 149 kilograms. 4 JetCat P300 Pro turbine engines provide the propulsion, producing coordinated thrust and an impressive deep turbine sound, while sophisticated multi-engine control equipment helps keep all 4 power plants operating together reliably. Pneumatic landing gear and a substantial onboard air system are also engineered to withstand the considerable demands placed on the aircraft during taxiing, takeoff, and landing. Its scale accuracy extends far beyond the basic shape, with details such as the functional droop nose, carefully arranged cockpit, and authentic markings giving the aircraft the appearance of a genuine long-distance airliner prepared for service. More than anything, this project demonstrates extraordinary commitment because it is a completely unique custom creation that required solutions to difficult challenges involving engine synchronization, weight distribution, delta wing stability, and safe operation of an aircraft of truly enormous proportions. The combined cost of 4 premium turbines, custom-built components, advanced control systems, and extensive fabrication easily pushes the total investment beyond $100,000. That figure reflects the project and Oppo's rarity, complexity, and engineering achievement rather than the price of a conventional production kit. For serious enthusiasts, however, the aircraft remains a spectacular demonstration of what becomes possible when imagination, patience, and technical expertise are combined at the highest level of giant-scale RC aviation. Operating a machine this large requires an experienced pilot, extensive preparation, and a suitable flying site, but the payoff is extraordinary. The legendary Grumman F-14 Tomcat receives an extraordinary RC interpretation in the form of the Skymaster F-14 XXXL from Skymaster RC jet models. This enormous 1:5.5 scale fighter attracted major attention at international jet gatherings from 2022 through 2024, thanks not only to its imposing dimensions, but also to the sophisticated engineering required to reproduce one of Aviation and Oppo's most recognizable swing wing designs. Its defining feature is the fully operational variable geometry wing, which changes position during flight in much the same way as the full-size Tomcat. Pilots can keep the wings extended for greater stability and slower flight, then sweep them backward for high-speed passes, creating a dramatic transformation that is almost as impressive to watch as it is to control. Advanced sandwich composite construction gives the airframe substantial rigidity and durability while maintaining a dry weight of approximately 38 kilograms. Once filled with fuel and equipped for competition, however, the aircraft can exceed 55 to 57 kilograms, giving it an unmistakable presence whenever it appears on the flight line. The basic airframe kit begins at approximately $6,000 in gel coat form and rises to roughly $7,400 with professional paint. Considering the sophisticated wing sweep mechanism, powerful actuators, reinforced structure, and detailed construction, that pricing represents strong value within the giant scale category, particularly when compared with less complex fixed-wing designs. Adding 2 high-thrust turbines such as JetCat P250 class engines, powerful servos, detailed retractable landing gear, an operating canopy, and an extensively finished cockpit can bring a complete ready-to-fly aircraft into the $40,000 to $55,000 range. Owners nevertheless value the investment because of the model and Oppo's smooth wing transitions, impressive aerobatic ability, and unmistakable Tomcat character once airborne. The design also includes leading-edge slats, flaps, spoilers, and even a scale tailhook, giving it the equipment expected from a serious scale competition aircraft. Its variable sweep system provides more than visual drama because extending the wings lowers the effective wing loading and improves slower approach handling, while sweeping them back favors speed and maneuverability. The main challenges involve the large number of powerful digital servos required, with approximately 13 units needed, along with careful adjustment of the wing drive mechanism to prevent unwanted friction or binding. Once properly configured, however, the system can deliver dependable operation and make the aircraft a major attraction at large events. Overall, the Skymaster F-14 XXL combines enormous scale, sophisticated mechanical systems, convincing details, and exciting flight performance into one of the most ambitious giant RC jets available. It captures the enduring appeal of the F-14 while showing exactly why experienced builders are willing to devote substantial time, money, and technical skill to create such an unforgettable aircraft. The Airbus A380 has inspired many giant RC replicas, yet very few can approach the spectacular scale and engineering achievement of the extraordinary example constructed by German master modeler Peter Michel. This 1:15 scale aircraft, finished in elegant Singapore Airlines colors, became a major attraction at European aviation gatherings such as Hausen Flugtag, where its huge dimensions and remarkably realistic flight characteristics immediately captured public attention. It quickly became recognized as one of the most ambitious large-scale passenger aircraft projects ever seen in the RC community. A major reason for its impressive performance is the highly efficient lightweight construction, which combines styrofoam cores with balsa wood and composite skins. This approach keeps the aircraft and Albatros' takeoff weight to approximately 70 kilograms despite a huge 5.3-meter wingspan and 4.8-meter fuselage. The result is a giant airliner that remains surprisingly graceful and stable in the air while displaying flight behavior reminiscent of the full-size Super Jumbo. 4 JetCat P120 turbines provide propulsion, producing synchronized thrust and the distinctive turbine sound that gives the aircraft an incredibly convincing 4-engine character during takeoff and flight. Michel devoted more than 5,000 hours of work across 8 months to create the model, carefully reproducing features such as the airline livery, panel lines, operating lights, and scale landing gear. The finished aircraft therefore looks exceptionally convincing while also delivering controlled and predictable flight characteristics in the hands of an experienced pilot. Taking the turbines, electronics, custom-built components, and enormous amount of craftsmanship into account, the value of this masterpiece extends well beyond $30,000. Many enthusiasts would consider it effectively priceless because it demonstrates what an individual scratch builder can accomplish when pushing giant-scale airliner modeling to an extreme level while still producing a machine capable of dependable flight. Its excellent power-to-weight ratio and intelligent structural design make it considerably lighter and more practical to fly than many aircraft of comparable size. Yet it retains the unmistakable scale and elegance of the Airbus A380. Among its greatest strengths are its enormous visual impact, respectable flight endurance for such a large model, and the spectacular sound created when all 4 turbines accelerate together, a combination that naturally attracts crowds at every appearance. However, maintaining 4 turbine engines introduces considerable complexity, while transporting and operating the aircraft requires a very large flying area and a substantial financial commitment. Even with those challenges, Michel and Albatros' Airbus A380 remains an iconic achievement in the RC community. It demonstrates how innovative construction methods, patience, and extraordinary dedication can transform one of the world and Albatros' largest commercial aircraft into a breathtaking flying scale model, continuing to inspire builders and pilots who dream of bringing their own giant airliner projects into the sky. The Boeing B-52 Stratofortress, created by British master builder Gordon Nichols, remains one of the most remarkable and ambitious projects ever completed in giant-scale RC aviation. This spectacular scratch-built 1:8 scale replica immediately captured attention with its enormous 23-foot wingspan and nearly matching fuselage length, giving it the same imposing character as the legendary real-world bomber when it appeared at United Kingdom events during the mid-2000s. The most extraordinary aspect of the project was its 8-engine power system, with 8 individual Wren MW54 turbine engines installed inside accurately scaled nacelles. This ambitious setup reproduced the unmistakable appearance and sound of the original 8-engine Stratofortress, creating a deep, powerful roar and remarkable thrust balance that made the aircraft a guaranteed crowd magnet. The airframe was carefully assembled from traditional balsa wood and plywood, strengthened with composite reinforcement to achieve the necessary structural integrity without making the aircraft impossible to fly. Its dry weight came to approximately 297 pounds, while the fueled takeoff weight reached roughly 330 pounds, keeping the model just inside the applicable United Kingdom limits for large-scale model aircraft. Years of painstaking construction went into the project, with impressive scale features including operational bomb bay doors, realistic landing gear, and accurately reproduced panel lines, giving the bomber an almost museum-quality appearance. Despite its enormous size and 8-engine configuration, the aircraft demonstrated remarkably stable flight characteristics and impressive control in the air. The 8 turbines alone reportedly represented an investment of more than $12,000 at the time, while the complete project eventually exceeded $60,000. For enthusiasts, however, the cost reflected the unprecedented engineering challenge and the opportunity to create something few modelers would ever attempt. The aircraft benefited from engine redundancy and distributed thrust, providing excellent power balance and convincing takeoff performance, while its traditional lightweight construction helped preserve manageable flight characteristics compared with some heavier modern composite giants. Its greatest strengths included spectacular visual presence, generous endurance from its substantial fuel capacity, and the unforgettable experience of seeing an 8-turbine B-52 operating at a public event. However, controlling 8 engines, maintaining synchronized throttle response, and servicing such a complicated power system demanded considerable expertise and a dedicated support team. Sadly, the aircraft was eventually destroyed in an accident during a public demonstration, but its influence has not disappeared. The project remains an enduring example of what determined builders can accomplish when they combine imagination, engineering skill, and an extraordinary willingness to overcome the technical challenges of giant-scale RC aviation. The CARF model's Corsair at an impressive 40% scale remains one of the most desirable and meticulously detailed giant RC warbirds created for serious scale flying, competition, and airshow demonstrations. Produced by the German specialists at CARF Models, this 1:4.5 scale interpretation of the legendary Vought F-4U Corsair reproduces the famous inverted gull-wing fighter with remarkable accuracy. Its advanced fiberglass and carbon fiber composite construction provides excellent rigidity and durability, while molded details and realistic fabric textures across the outer wings, elevators, and rudder add an exceptional level of scale authenticity. Measuring approximately 2.8 meters across the wings and 2.2 meters in length, the model occupies an appealing position between enormous presence and practical manageability. Its dry weight generally falls between 18 and 21 kilograms, allowing it to remain within manageable limits in many countries, while still looking enormous compared with conventional RC warboats. One of its biggest advantages is the flexibility of its power options, supporting gasoline engines from 80 to 150 cubic centimeters, as well as the spectacular 250 cubic centimeter Moki radial engine. The latter delivers the deep, unmistakable sound and strong propeller authority that make low passes and takeoffs especially convincing. CARF has also equipped the design with numerous premium details, including scale retractable landing gear, concealed control linkages, carefully reproduced panel lines, and an optional hydraulic or electric folding wing system. That folding mechanism recreates the Corsair and Albatros' original carrier storage arrangement and becomes an impressive demonstration feature whenever the wings are extended or folded on the ground. Depending on the finish and whether plug-in or folding wings are selected, basic kits begin at approximately $5,000 to $5,800. A fully completed competition aircraft with a premium radial engine, powerful servos, detailed cockpit, and professional paintwork can exceed $20,000. Despite that investment, owners frequently regard the model as a worthwhile purchase because its combination of appearance and flight performance is difficult to match. The distinctive gull-wing configuration contributes not only to its iconic appearance, but also to stable low-speed handling and strong aerobatic capability, allowing experienced pilots to perform slow passes, knife-edge maneuvers, and realistic warbird routines with impressive confidence. The Corsair also provides substantial visual impact, respectable flight endurance, and the unmistakable sound of a large radial engine, making every takeoff feel like a scene from another era. The main considerations are the need for an experienced pilot and extremely careful setup, particularly when installing and operating the optional folding wing mechanism. Overall, the CARF model's Corsair remains a standout giant-scale warbird, combining German engineering, exceptional scale detail, powerful performance, and the unmistakable character of one of history and Albatros' most famous naval fighters into a model capable of becoming the centerpiece of any major flying event. The Tomahawk Aviation Futura represents a different side of giant-scale RC aviation, combining sleek modern styling with the precision and responsiveness expected from a high-performance sport jet. Within the Futura family, the Futura V3 in 2.2 and 2.6 meter configurations has developed an excellent reputation, while the much larger Futura XXXL pushes the concept even further. These German-engineered aircraft have become popular at international competitions and major jet gatherings because of their impressive power-to-weight ratios, sharp control response, and ability to transition between precise aerobatics and demanding three-dimensional maneuvers. Much of that performance comes from the sophisticated fiberglass sandwich construction, reinforced with strategically placed carbon fiber to produce an airframe that is both extremely rigid and remarkably light. For example, the 2.6-meter version can achieve a ready-to-fly weight of approximately 19 to 25 kilograms, depending on the selected turbine and equipment, while the larger XXL models can reach wingspans of up to 3.7 meters without losing their impressive handling qualities. Pilots particularly appreciate the combination of rapid response, balanced aerodynamics, and stable behavior across a wide range of speeds. This makes the Futura equally comfortable performing smooth precision patterns, powerful vertical climbs, and high-energy aerobatics, while thrust vectoring configurations can even support maneuvers such as torque rolls and harriers. Builders can select turbines ranging from 180 to 300 Newton class, allowing the aircraft to be configured for high-speed classic aerobatics or extreme power-oriented three-dimensional performance. Practical features also include a fuselage that can be separated for easier transportation, pre-installed control horns, and high-quality in-mold finishes that reduce the amount of work required to achieve a professional appearance. Depending on size and paint scheme, base ARF kits typically begin around 3,500 to 6,000 euros. A fully equipped competition aircraft with an appropriate 140 to 250 Newton turbine, high-speed digital servos, electric retracts, and the necessary electronics commonly reaches $8,000 to $15,000 or more on the largest configurations. For many experienced owners, the investment is justified by the aircraft and Albatros' responsive yet predictable flight behavior and its ability to perform a remarkably broad range of maneuvers. The Futura and Albatros' streamlined fuselage, oversized canopy, and refined German construction also give it a distinctive modern appearance that immediately stands out among other jets on the flight line. Its low-wing loading contributes to confident slower flight, while the aerodynamic design still provides excellent high-speed stability and strong vertical performance. Long flight times, impressive aerobatic capability, and an engaging control feel are among its strongest qualities, although the larger versions demand an experienced pilot, careful center of gravity and control setup, and consistent maintenance. The BVM jet's F-18 at an impressive 1 to 5.5 scale remains one of the most highly regarded giant RC military jets for professional competition and experienced turbine pilots. Drawing on decades of practical development from Bob Violet models, this American-built Hornet combines convincing scale appearance with remarkably predictable flight characteristics, helping it earn a strong reputation among serious RC jet pilots around the world. Measuring 85.5 inches across the wings and 121 inches in length, the model occupies an impressive but manageable position within the giant scale category. Its dry weight is generally close to 52 pounds, or approximately 23 to 27 kilograms, depending on the configuration, giving experienced pilots a substantial aircraft without making it excessively difficult to transport or operate. A major strength of this F-18 is its flexible power system, which can accommodate turbines in the 250 to 310 Newton class in either single-engine or twin-engine arrangements. This gives builders considerable freedom while providing strong thrust, smooth acceleration, and, in the twin configuration, the distinctive sound of two turbines accelerating together. The aircraft is equipped with a wide range of premium-scale features, including retractable landing gear with trailing link struts, operational flaps, detailed cockpit options, smoke equipment, navigation lights, and finally reproduced surface details. These additions significantly enhance its appearance during everything from realistic low passes to fast runs and demanding aerobatic displays. The airframe kit begins at approximately $12,000, a substantial figure that reflects its high-quality composite construction and carefully engineered components. A complete twin-turbine competition build with engines, powerful servos, advanced electronics, detailed cockpit equipment, and professional finishing can easily exceed $25,000. Despite the expense, many owners consider the aircraft a worthwhile investment because of its consistent and dependable flight behavior. Carefully developed aerodynamics allow the F-18 to remain smooth across a broad speed range, while full flap operation provides impressive slow flight capability and the available turbine power delivers strong vertical performance. This versatility allows pilots to perform everything from controlled scale circuits to energetic fighter-style maneuvers while maintaining a reassuring level of stability. Durability, realistic appearance, generous fuel capacity, and the unmistakable presence of a large turbine-powered Hornet are among its strongest advantages. However, the aircraft still requires an experienced pilot, precise engine and radio system setup, and regular maintenance to ensure reliable operation. Overall, the BVM Jet's F-18 continues to represent a high standard in giant-scale RC aviation, combining years of refinement, convincing scale reproduction, and exciting performance for pilots who want a serious turbine jet that looks authentic on the ground and performs with confidence in the air. The CARF model's Rebel Max takes the concept of a high-performance turbine sport jet to another level, serving as the flagship and largest member of the Rebel family. Developed for serious competition and demanding aerobatic flying, this German-engineered aircraft combines modern, streamlined styling with the precision composite construction for which CARF models is known. Its impressive 3-meter wingspan and 3.3-meter overall length give it substantial visual impact. Yet the airframe remains remarkably light at approximately 24 kilograms, with the original prototype weighing as little as 18.5 kilograms. That low mass leaves considerable capacity for fuel, smoke equipment, and other systems while allowing the model to remain below the important 25-kilogram threshold in many countries. The Rebel Max is designed around 220 to 260 Newton-class turbines, giving it exceptional speed, powerful vertical performance, and smooth aerobatic capability. Despite its performance potential, full flap operation allows surprisingly controlled slow flight, making the aircraft suitable for precise pattern routines as well as energetic three-dimensional maneuvers. Its construction uses a complete fiberglass and carbon fiber composite structure with attractive in-mold finishes, removable wings, a 3-section fuselage that simplifies transportation, retractable landing gear, large fuel tanks, and carefully selected accessories. Additional engineering details, including flexible control surface hinges and strategically positioned servo mounts, demonstrate the attention CARF gives to both durability and practical assembly. Standard ARF kits begin at approximately $5,390, while premium color configurations can reach around $5,650. A fully equipped competition aircraft with an appropriate turbine, powerful servos, advanced electronics, and supporting equipment generally falls between $15,000 and $25,000 or more. For experienced pilots, that investment can be justified by the model and oppos as predictable handling and impressive performance. The Rebel Max benefits from carefully optimized aerodynamics and low wing loading, allowing it to remain responsive without becoming excessively difficult to control while still providing excellent vertical authority throughout the speed range. Its greatest strengths include substantial endurance from its generous fuel capacity, a commanding presence on the flight line, and refined handling that makes it a versatile choice for advanced sport jet pilots. At the same time, the aircraft requires careful radio configuration, accurate center of gravity adjustment, and consistent maintenance, particularly when operated with powerful turbines. In the end, the CARF model's Rebel Max represents a compelling combination of scale, lightweight composite engineering, and high-performance flight characteristics. It offers serious competitors and dedicated sport pilots an aircraft that not only looks spectacular, but also delivers the responsive, energetic flying experience that makes giant-scale turbine aviation so addictive. And that brings us to the end of this look at some of the most extraordinary giant-scale RC aircraft ever created. From advanced trainers and legendary fighters to enormous passenger jets and multi-engine bombers, every aircraft featured here demonstrates an incredible level of creativity, craftsmanship, engineering, and dedication. These machines show just how far the RC hobby can be pushed when builders are willing to combine ambition with technical expertise. Which of these giant aircraft impressed you the most? Share your favorite in the comments, and let me know if you would like to see a deeper look at any particular model. Thanks for watching, keep building, keep flying, and I will see you in the next video.